Imperialism in
saying we shouldn't pull out of
Afghanistan
Afghanistan.
calls for UN peacekeeping presence. All right.
Thoughts on Zan saying we shouldn't pull out of Afghanistan? Okay, so here's the problem. Your average lefty take on this is, we should pull out of Afghanistan because Afghanistan, it's bad, war is bad, pull out, okay? This is like a 4 IQ take.
What the fuck? Why would a leftist say this? Why would a leftist say something like that? Why would a leftist... Vaush, oh yes, democratic socialism. Oh yeah, I'm an anarcho-syndicalist a little bit. Yeah, why would an anarcho-syndicalist say something like that? Did you hear him?
This is, we should pull out of Afghanistan because Afghanistan, it's bad, war is bad,
Yes, of course war is fucking bad if you're a leftist. Are you kidding me?
pull out, okay? This is like a 4 IQ take.
No, it's not a 4 IQ take, quote unquote.
Now, Xanderhall's take is a 140 IQ take. That actually, we made the mess in Afghanistan. If we abandon it now, the Taliban will take over the territory.
That's their excuse. That's their excuse every single time. You realize that? I just want to clarify this for everyone who watches me, that Vaush is literally playing the like mainstream media, State Department politician line on foreign policy now, where he'll say, "Oh, yes, I acknowledge that we made the mess in Afghanistan, but that means that we need to stay there indefinitely with no exit plan ever, forever." And just occupy the area. It's literally someone saying, my country did an invasion and an occupation of your country. I'm in favor of keeping the occupation indefinitely. That's literally his argument. And this is socialism. This is supposed to be what socialism means now.
Stories that we leave behind, and that our continued presence there is something of a stabilizing force. But I have the 400 IQ take, which is that the greatest stabilizing...
Hold on a second. Jesus. What? Oh my god. Continuing.
Force is the fact that continuing of a stabilizing force. But I have the 400 IQ take, which is that the greatest stabilizing force is the fact that continued American presence is what allows many of these terror groups to radicalize in the first place.
So why do you want to continue it? He admits that American presence is what perpetuates the radicalization of terrorists. And then he's like, so I'm in favor of it.
And while in the short term our removal may cause problems there, there's almost no getting around that. In the long term, I feel like there's no future for the Middle East unless America, like, removes itself, or at the...
Okay, so you are in favor of removing ourselves.
No getting around
what?
That. In the long term, I feel like there's no future for the Middle East unless America, like, removes itself, or at the...
Obviously, that's the truth.
At the very least, we are replaced by some kind of,
Why are you sending me audio messages when I'm live? Why would you do that?
International peacekeeping force. Like, if there was a UN peacekeeping force or detachment, that would probably be way better and way better.
No, they don't need a peacekeeping force, dude. It's not our business.
Optical stuff than America. If America could pull out while securing some kind of UN, like, peacekeeper presence, at least in major cities, I think that would be pretty good.
No, that would not be pretty good, dude.
Make sense? I think that'd be an improvement. The problem is, we're potentially...
Be a slight improvement. Also, why the fuck would they do that? Why the hell would they be there? Do you think that peace is actually their goal in these places? No, of course it isn't.
Actually capable of doing a lot
or else they wouldn't have started the war.
That'd be hard to accomplish considering Russia's in the council. Also, yeah, boot off Russia from the UN Security Council. Russia's not even a superpower anymore. Hold on.
What?
Can we
What is with his hawkishness about anti-imperialist nations?
Refinance our UN Security Council? Okay, can we get Russia out of there? Goodbye.
What is up with Vaush and being a Russia like fearmonger?
Can we yeet them?
What?
No getting around China being there, of course. But
He really is like.
what's up with leftists thinking we should stay in the Middle East?
Mr.
Just gave
CIA
the argument
now.
For why?
I literally just gave the argument for why. No, you didn't. He didn't even. Yeah, pushing Biden to the right. Yeah. Not even. Biden pushes them to the right. Calling him an imperialist because of this is still a bit of a stretch. Oh. Yeah, this person is literally getting owned in the comments. God damn it. That's not even the clip that I thought. That's not even the clip that I thought it was. Just show me Vaush, Afghanistan. Please just show me. Alright, we're gonna have to watch it through the Vanguard, I guess.
This is such a dumb thing to say.
No shit,
Much
dude.
like his comments about pride and kink at pride and all that. He just casually says something extremely stupid and then turns around and acts like shocked and chagrined when a bunch of people on the left call him out for it. And that's exactly what happened here. So let's take a look at this clip real quick before we get into people's reactions and Vaush's reactions to their reactions.
If we pulled out, if we allowed these countries to destabilize,
It's so funny
you know what would
because
happen
it's
within
like-
10 years? Guaranteed. You know what would happen within
These people who like just it's basically their model is to cover larger content creators drama and everything and be like they literally consider themselves like experts on breadtube, like that's their like whole thing, and they're more based than the actual like big breadtubers. It's really funny.
10 years? I bet you more than anything. America pulls out with no exit strategy, no long-term plan for supporting these
I'm a
countries.
breadtubeologist.
These
But
countries-
let's focus on this. Play that back
Bunch
again.
of people on the left call him out for it. And that's exactly what happened here. So let's take a look at this clip real quick before we get into people's reactions and Vaush's reactions to their reactions.
If we pulled out, if we allowed these countries to destabilize, you know what would happen within 10 years? Guaranteed. You know what would happen within 10 years?
Dude, our presence already destabilized them is funny.
I bet you more than anything. America pulls out with no exit strategy, no long-term plan for supporting these countries. These countries fail, and they turn into, I mean, we're talking Cambodia level. We're talking field.
Yeah, but do you realize why that happened in Cambodia?
Of
Like, what
corpses.
the fuck you
China
talking
will
about?
come in with boots on the ground and fix
Oh, China, so you, China, so scary.
their problems, and they'll be Chinese vassal states for the next century.
Yeah, so this is
Why
obvious.
would them being Chinese vassal states be any worse than them being U.S. vassal states, bro? Why? Can you tell me? Can you explain that to me? Because I don't think China has the same foreign policy record as the U.S. Like, as far as interventionism and invasions and aggression and hard power when it comes to their imperialism. China's not like that.
Obviously terribly cringy clip. I don't think anyone can deny that. That sounds exactly like the kind of line of logic you would hear on mainstream media when
So
they're
can we all agree just two things? Just stop watching Vaush and stop watching Destiny. It's that simple.
advocating for us to stay in a country like Afghanistan forever. And again, it's these kind of talking points, which of course are going to trigger people on the left because that's the kind of bullshit narrative they're fed from mainstream media and all these dishonest actors that are honestly in favor of,
It's literally the same thing you would hear on fucking mainstream media. It's the same line that you would toe.
forever war.
And Vaush is
kind of
getting
situation
clowned
going-
on. They're gonna show the tweets too.
Except endless war. So
Even Nathan J. Robinson can clown on Vaush on this one.
absolutely correct on Nathan's part. Robinson gets involved and says, exit strategy is a piece of empty rhetoric deployed to justify endless occupation. The
Even
reason
that
you know
guy.
is that there is never any feasible strategy actually proposed. Empty
Yeah.
words that help you sound smart and pragmatic without having a realistic alternative accept endless war. So absolutely correct on Nathan's part.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we need an exit strategy, but they never come up with one because they don't actually want to leave. That's the
Yeah, and he tries to
the
compare
wars are designed to last perpetually.
it to like what was going on in
the whole point.
Cambodia, as if the United States didn't destroy all of Southeast Asia, and that's why all fucking the Khmer Rouge rose. And not only that, I don't know for sure about this, but I do think the CIA was partially responsible for what happened in Cambodia, and certainly, obviously, the broader U.S. military.
And I was tweeting, you know, just having a good time, as I always do, on Twitter. And somebody was like, an out-of-context clip of yours has gotten 100,000 views.
An out-of-context clip. It's just like Sam Harris, dude. It's just like the IDW. BreadTube is just the new, like... It's literally like the new skeptics.
Or something. And you know what? I'm actually going to be real with you. You may not believe me, but I actually have not watched the clip that I've gotten canceled for. It's at 320-something thousand views now. Here we go. We're 3 seconds in, okay? Let's see. Now, a weak man might look at this and think, oh God, what have I done? What did I say? But since I know that everything that I say is based in red pilled, yeah, here, Jimmy Dore retweeted, of course, Kayla Maupin, nothing but the brightest minds. Let's go! I think Ian Miles Chong also tweeted this. If we pulled out, if we allowed these countries to destabilize, you know what would happen within 10 years? Guaranteed, you know what would happen within 10 years? I bet you more than anything.
I'm pretty sure
America
he completely stands
pulls
by
out
it.
With no exit strategy, no long-term plan for supporting these countries.
Why'd you say something this stupid, dude? Like, it's like...
These countries fail, and they turn into... I mean, we're talking Cambodia level. We're talking fields of corpses. China will come in with boots on the ground and fix their problems, and there'll be Chinese vassals.
Do you want to talk about fields of corpses? Between 2016 and 2020, there have been 3,977 total civilian casualties from airstrikes in Afghanistan. 1,598 of them were children. That's 40%. That's 40% of them. In the last 5 years, by the way. That's only the last 5 years. This is literally... That's what Fields of Corpses looks like, dude. That's U.S. involvement in Afghanistan is literally causing fields of corpses already. So shut up with your fear-mongering, stupid fucking CIA rhetoric.
States for the next century. If we pulled... Wait, that's... canceled for being based and correct.
No, that's not based or correct. You're just you just like woke up and you forgot about fucking war somehow. Like half the left just woke up in one day and forgot about the entire issue of foreign policy and internationalism somehow, some way. I don't understand it at all.
Honestly.
Where do they get this from? Who is the source? Is it Dylan Burns? Like who is the source of all of the American military is good actually bullshit that they do now? Who is it? Where do they get it from? It's like no one used to talk like this before BreadTube.
True. But the funny thing is, look, I think this is a fan of mine. He's not arguing for... Wait, is this Nathan Robinson? Oh no! Nathan Robinson disagrees with us. Uh-oh! Oh no! Not Nathan Robinson. So this person says... He's not arguing for the U.S. to remain in other countries. He's arguing against pulling out without an exit strategy. Like
oh my god!
I understand the U.S. is imperialistic. We can't just leave without some plan. Let's be realistic. And then Nathan Robinson says,
"There might be
exit strategy is a piece of empty."
By the way, I just wanted to interject real quick and say that most of these countries, they just want us to fucking leave. They don't really.
Yeah, they don't even want us there.
About the exit strategies, they've made it pretty clear for a lot of time now.
They
many
don't
years,
even
that
want
they
us
just want
there.
us the fuck gone.
One more thing to add before we start playing this again. is also the weird China
I
fear
hope everyone is aware of the fact that the world considers America the biggest threat to world peace. Are we all clear on that? Let's find that again. And this is right on mainstream news, too. Much of the world sees the U.S. as a threat to democracy. 44% of those surveys said another threat to democracy worldwide is the influence of the United States. That ranked higher than the influence of China or Russia. Vaush. I hope you're paying attention to that, Vaush. And Vaush is a sociology guy, so what would he say about these statistics? What would he say if he knew these facts? What would he say about it? Why isn't he saying something about it?
mongering that constantly seems to come from Vaush. It's like, oh God, we have to be there so China won't be there, guys.
Yeah,
we have to have U.S. hegemony. That's what he's saying in this clip. That is the full-on.
That is his position. His position is American unipolarity and U.S. hegemony over the world. His position is the same as the fucking imperialists that have ran the United States throughout history. Since the founding of the country, we've treated the whole rest of the world like it's the fucking backyard of our fucking own country. As if we can just storm around like the world police and do whatever the fuck we want, wherever the fuck we want. Vaush is towing that line. He's like, yes, us having the power is obviously better than some other country. Oh. Or any of these countries actually controlling and determining their own futures. God forbid that happen. God forbid that happen.
He is cheerleading U.S. hegemony because he's saying if we're not here manipulating these people, controlling them without their permission, their consent, this fucking anarcho-syndicalist my fucking ass.
Yeah, anarcho-syndicalist Vaush.
Okay, we're supposed to be over there providing a government that these people do not fucking want because otherwise it'll end up like Cambodia, which we fucked up.
Rhetoric deployed to justify endless occupation. The reason you know is that there's never any feasible strategy actually proposed. Empty words that help you sound smart and pragmatic without having a realistic alternative except endless war. Oh no! That's a really...
Yeah, moral realism makes no fucking sense, dude. Shut up about that. Literally stop, please. Do you want to get banned from my Discord, dude? You're really pushing it, bro. I'm about to take his image position or permissions away. Like, are you trying to get banned right now?
Stupid talking point. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate. So
So yeah, once again, not addressing Nathan's criticism at all. Basically, just saying, "Oh man, Nathan doesn't like me," and he made a really good point about why I sound stupid.
The funny thing is that this video propped up like the same day that the Taliban made huge surges after Biden started to pull out U.S. troops in Afghanistan. Like this
dude, you've got about 3 options in Afghanistan, okay? You got about 3 options. You could have the Taliban be the main power there. You could have some U.S.-backed, authoritarian, anti-democratic, imposed governmental system there, if that were to happen, and basically turn it into a U.S. vassal state. That's Vaush's position, by the way. That's what Vaush would be in favor of. That's what he would choose. Or it's going to end up being those fucking pedophile warlords that control certain parts of that country. So you have 3 terrible options. What do you do when you have 3 terrible options? You don't choose. Just get out of there. It's not our problem.
It's happened like at the same time.
Fortifying your argument with Fox News talking points
is
is
that
always
simple? Yeah, he's literally using Fox News. He's literally using Fox News.
Way to go, Vaush. I really enjoy. I really think that that's the way to do it.
Socialist Vaush, Fox News enjoyer. Makes no
get
sense, dude.
All of
I hate these
our
people.
reporting about what's going on the ground in Afghanistan from Fox News, because that's not fucking biased at all. Like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? This is what you're resorting to? Oh, we have to stay in Afghanistan. Who's on my team? Fox News. Let's rock. The Taliban is surging, bro. We got to get out here.
Yeah, and also keep in mind that this article would exist no matter what.
It's literally not our problem.
Surrounding context was. If the U.S. decided to pull out of Afghanistan under pretty much...
Unless you just choose, I want to be the problem, yes. Allow the American military to do whatever the fuck it wants to the rest of the globe, yes. Then, okay, fine, then you are part of the problem. It's that simple. It's either that or it's not our problem.
Fucking circumstance. This article would be written not just on Fox News.
You see how simple that is? Just take a fucking good position on this that is actually a good position on this, and not just sucking up to the sentiments of the fucking technocratic elite and their fucking but the international relations experts say that blah 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 blah, and all this fucking stupid fucking institutional bullshit that they use to justify the fucking current state of things. It's all nonsense. That's where they get this, is that because Dylan Burns is a fucking political science guy. He's a fucking, like, you know what I mean? He's an international relations type dude.
USA Today or whatever the fuck, all these other mainstream outlets are all gonna pump out this kind of bullshit.
Started pull out U.S. troops in Afghanistan.
And the thing about all these, like, collegiate careers, and I know this because I'm there, you know what I mean? Like, I literally go to fucking college, like... It all becomes a game of, all right, yeah, all these intellectual jobs, this intellectual labor, it all becomes its own self-justifying machine where it's like, oh, yes, we just need to produce justifications for the status quo. And then it just becomes an intellectual industry of ideological, like, sucking the cock of the status quo. That's the whole point of it. That's what it turns into. So it's like... And like I was talking about with the supposed quote-unquote death of ideology, and the fact that people who think that way, who just trust the sentiments that are created by the hegemony, the cultural hegemony of their current society, that is literally the definition of what ideology means. That's literally what it means. They're the most ideological people on the fucking planet. But if you diverge from their narrative, they call you the ideological one. Because, you're not basing it on our quote-unquote facts and our quote objective blah, 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 blah. Because they're dogmatists. It's like the new religion. It's literally like that. Not to get all like Moldbug, like Dark Enlightenment Cathedral with you, but that is what it is. Secular religion is the worship of the status quo, the reification of the material basis of the way that society is running at any given stage in history. That's what the intellectual industries are created to justify. It's not like they come when they're like, oh, we have the best ideas, like the individualist, libertarian, stupid fucks think. They think that it's just like, oh, there are some good ideas that work and there's some bad ideas that don't, and socialism and Marxism are the latter, and capitalism and democracy are the former. It makes no sense, dude. They're putting the fucking cart before the horse, dude. That's not how people get ideas at all. That's not how the mind works at all. It's literally mystification. It's mystification and fairy dust and fucking crumbs. It's just like the fucking Biden administration. It's the same thing. It's all part of the same system. It's all part of the same hegemony. That's the critique that Vaush doesn't have. That's the critique that Vaush doesn't have. That's what Vaush doesn't know. That's what I do, though. That's what I have to offer that the big bread tubers don't have to offer you. What they have to offer you is more justification and more stupid neoliberal managerial moralistic individualistic nonsense that doesn't get anyone anywhere and does nothing for anyone.
This happened like at the same time that the universe was proving me correct, you know? Jen Perelman, hold on. I think that we're gonna have to burn some bridges here. I disagree with Vaush and military occupation in the Middle East. These countries became destabilized due to our presence there in the first place. When did I say otherwise? Well, wait, first of all,
You just said you didn't want them to leave. That's her point, dude.
All right, so we don't have to keep watching much more of this because he continues to just get triggered over the fact that people are, accurately calling him out and analyzing the situation. But again, despite the fact that Vaush thinks he's being interpreted uncharitably, I will just say, you can't just say dumbass shit, put it out there, and then expect people to not comment on it. Obviously, anyone else that had said that too would also be called out. You sound like a fucking neocon on MSNBC. You sound like someone that is defending the imperialist status quo of our country's occupation of developing countries with that happen to be resource rich, places like Afghanistan, places like Syria, which you called someone a Holocaust denier for questioning the state line on. So it really is crazy how much
Isn't
he's
Vaush
seemingly
great?
receding into this totally
Isn't Vaush great,
mainstream,
folks?
like I read the New
Don't
York
we love
Times
our
and the
Vaush?
Guardian mindset. That's really what I get from this. But I think what makes Vaush's situation extra funny, and now we've seen this over and over again, like especially with the whole kink at pride discourse, is that he'll just say something really stupid, something really tone deaf that almost sounds like it might be coming from like a right winger or something, and then he'll turn around and, like I said, he'll like shocked and chagrined that people are like, what the fuck? When he says something like that, it's like, what do you expect, man?
Yeah. Isn't that great? All right. What the fuck is going on in my fucking chat right now? What did you link? You can't just link shit to me. You have to join the Discord and link it there. You can't just what the fuck is happening? I think Vaush ends up more inconsistent than a lot of others because he prioritizes winning over truth. Yeah, but winning what? Winning Biden? You are right. It is a lack of material foundation on which his critiques. Yeah, of course it is, because they have no memory. They have no history. They don't know about the Bush era or anything. It's like they don't know what they're talking about, but they're the most popular people who talk about it. It makes no sense. What regime change? Cuba. That's what they want. It's quite obvious when you have the mayor of Miami on Fox News, most popular channel for news, saying, "Oh, we should airstrike Cuba. Yeah, I think that'll help them." No, dude. That's what they're gearing up for. And did you notice how Biden said, "Oh, we're not planning on putting feet on the ground in Haiti at the moment." He had to add the "at the moment" thing. Did you notice that? Who do you think killed the Haitian president? Who do you think killed the Haitian president? Because I've seen reporting that says that it was Colombia, and Colombia, their military is armed and funded and allied with our military. So who do you think killed the Haitian president? I wonder. I'm scratching my chin. I'm wondering. Dude, shut the fuck up. Are we gonna have a moral debate today? Maybe we should. The Haitian president, yeah, no kidding, but the U.S. doesn't have allies. The U.S. empire doesn't have, like, allies in that sense. Especially in that region of the world. They have vassals. So when they're done using you, they'll get rid of you for another purpose. We know that U.S. citizens were involved in Haiti, 2 of them at least. Unsurprising. Politics, especially geopolitics, is a dirty, disgusting, bloody game, guys. It doesn't make sense to you on like an individual moral level. You know what I mean? We have to deal with these contradictions, but I will be right back. Hold on a second.